بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Askandar from your channel True Islam, and today we shall be talking about a topic which I would title as linking. Now, what is linking? Linking is an act by which we try to link happenings in your life, good or bad, to someone, to something, to some aspect of our life. And this I would term as a psychological disease, a psychological aspect on which most of the psychologists, doctors, psychiatrists, and even philosophers have not spoken. In very simple words, now this is highly prevalent in the Indian subcontinent. We have the habit of linking events in our life to something or someone. If something good happens, most probably people try to take the credit of it. It's my hard work. It's my perfect planning. It's my intelligence. It's my strategy that I'm successful today, that I succeeded in such a such thing. But when something bad happens, you always try to fix the bad that has happened in your life on someone or something. You know, that day when I was going for examination, that neighborhood auntie had come to our house. She asked me where you are going. You know, she's so unlucky. And you don't realize that you failed in your examination because you had not worked hard enough. Your preparation was not up to the mark. But you try to fix the blame on somebody or the other. And this is highly prevalent, especially in India. More among Hindus, followed by Muslims, and among Christians, it's very less. Now, normally you see people while going to office or going to some place, if a black cat crosses the road, they stop, they go back home, pass for half an hour or 1 hour and get late for the event or to the office, and then they think what they did is right. Whereas, according to me, it is foolishness. Such things do happen. But we always try to link events in our life, especially when something bad or untoward happens, to something or this other. And when you go for a meeting or you go for a business deal and that doesn't go through, you always think, oh, that blue shirt that I was wearing, I should have known it's so unlucky. Nothing like that really happens. And the height is when a child is born, they and their relatives always keep on counting something bad or good that will happen to them. And that good or bad, even if it happens after a few hours after the birth of the child, a few days, a few weeks, or even a few years, the child will be blamed for that. And mostly at the receiving end will be girl. And most probably a boy will never be blamed. A boy, mostly a son, will never be blamed to be unlucky. It's mostly always the girl who is blamed, and this blame can come from neighbors, from relatives, from anybody else, and sometimes even from parents. Even parents feel, okay, this daughter is so unlucky. And once that label has been stuck to a girl, that stays with her all her life. Everyone starts blaming her for something untoward that may happen to them. And very unfortunately, this continues even after she gets married. Somehow the word spreads, and the in laws also try to harass her for anything untoward that may happen to them. Some loss in business, some loss in job, some disease or illness or whatever, or the death of someone for that matter. Mostly it is the women who suffer because of this senseless superstition. Now, we have this bad habit of believing in material things that they will bring us good luck. And people have this habit of a stone ring in their fingers and they think, okay, this ring is lucky, this ruby is lucky, this diamond is lucky, and all those things. And that they will never sell all their life. And if something bad happens, they will sell it for a bargain. And then I have seen some people put metal rings in their hands, in their legs, and thinking that that will bring good luck for them. Nothing like this is going to happen. A stone is a stone, even if it is a precious one. It's foolishness to think that a stone can change your luck. No, not at all. In fact, now I would like to speak about our Muslim brothers. Islam came to remove superstition. Superstitions in whatever form has no place in Islam. Because we believe God is a big planner. He has planned everything minutely and in detail. 50,000 years before you're born, everything about you is ordained. Where you're going to be born, in which family, how you're going to live, where you're going to live, what will be your profession, what will be your finances, how much money you will get in your life, your health, your sickness, your wife, your children, everything from A to Z has been minutely planned by Allah. Yes, I do believe that sometimes prayers and dua have the power to change it. But it is a very rare occurrence which occurs only once in a while, not always. In most of the cases, what has been ordained keeps going. And the other reason for you to be in trouble may be your laziness. Laziness is the single biggest reason for people to fail in their profession, in their finances, and other aspects of your life, in your examination, in your academics, and everything. See, God has given you a fruit, and the fruit is on a tree. It is for you, but you have to climb the tree to get it. If you're lying down under the tree, hoping the fruit will fall in your mouth, then it may not fall at all. Somebody else may take it. And ultimately, when you fail to climb the tree and get the fruit may get rotten and a rotten fruit may fall in your mouth. This is all about life. There are things, there are money, there are successes, everything for you which Allah has written. But you need to work for it. Even a tiger has to struggle, risk his life to get a meal of a deer or a buffalo. If he's sitting in his den thinking that a buffalo or a deer will walk in his den, he's a fool. He'll never get it. Then I have seen among Muslims, we always try to blame things for our failures. And when something untoward happens in our life, we always think, okay, there was some Fatiha or some ritual which we used to do every time or every week or every month or every year, and this time we did not do. That is why such and such failure has come to us. And nobody thinks that this happened because you're not reading the obligatory namaz, or you're not observing the roza, or you're not giving zakah from your money. No one thinks that way. They think only in terms of rituals and customs, which are self-made, mostly made by human beings. Then what happens? When there is some trouble You don't think, okay, this is in our luck, let us ask from Allah, He will remove this bad times from us. No. You start going to graves, you start going to azakhanas, then you start praying to alams, then you start doing nayas, you start trying threats here and there, thinking that these things will change your situation. And when that happens, you'll be so happy. You start telling about that particular place to everyone. Okay, I went there and whatever I wanted happened immediately, hearth per hearth, on hand. Then you go to one place or one grave, you pray there, it doesn't happen. What you want, your wish is not met. Then you go to the second one, no. Third one, no. What you wanted, you don't get. Fourth one, fifth one, 10th one. On 10th one, the time that Allah has said for this work to happen happens. But you give all credit to the 10th place where you went and asked for it. And you intentionally ignore the other 9 places where it didn't happen. You don't want to talk anything negative about those 9 places where your wish was not granted. Isn't it psychology? And this keeps on happening. Nobody realizes that these are superfluous things. I'm not telling not to do it, but any dua in any book, you go on repeating it for days, for months, for weeks, for years. It doesn't happen. But still you don't give up. You keep on doing it. Why? Why? Ultimately, whatever you have to get has to be given by Allah and nobody else. Not even a leaf can fall from its flower without Allah's wish. And you go on and on. And especially Nayas. Do you know where Nayas, the concept of Nayas or Nazar, what we call as, started? It started when people wanted to burn Ibrahim alayhi salam alive. That is when the women, the kuffar women, would go to the idols of their gods and make a nayas, tie a thread or whatever, and they would say, okay, my son is sick. If he gets well, I will donate wood to burn Hazrat Ibrahim. And if any man or any woman's son is jobless, she would go to an idol and pray there and make a nayas that if my son gets a job, I will donate wood to burn Hazrat Ibrahim. This practice of making nayas started the time of Hazrat Ibrahim to burn Hazrat Ibrahim. And that as a result, thousands of tons of wood was collected to burn. You want to continue such a practice? If you have so much of trust from the pious person from whom you are asking things, or at the grave or the azakhana from where you are asking it, then pray for it. Why? Why you are betting for it? Why you are placing a condition that if you fulfill this wish of mine, I'll do this for you. As if by donating something to that place, you're helping those people, those pious people, those prophets, those imams, or those awliya Allahs in some way. No, they don't need your chadars, they don't need your flowers, they don't need your gold, they don't need your silver, no, they don't need your money, nothing. They don't need. They are above your thinking. They are above material things. And you're going and making nayas in front of them promising that if they fulfill your wish, you'll donate some material things to them as if they'll come and take it in their hands. So foolish of you. My dear friends, learn to say, learn to think that whatever happens, happens for your good, even what bad happens. Many times people sleep through and miss a plane or a train, and then they come to know that the plane met with an accident and everyone died. So your missing the plane was a blessing in disguise. Always see that you be patient when you're passing through difficult times, because difficult times is like the fire that beautifies gold. You'll come out clean and fresh and more beautiful if you have patience and pass through your bad times. Don't get into superstitions and don't start linking your good and bad things that happen in your life to anything or anything. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.